What's up, and welcome back, fellow Siege spectators and players. We're sieging the day here in the Talent League. I am still the Reverend Whiskey Glitter. With me, as always, my partner and co-host, Mr. Whiskey Run. Say hello, Whiskey.
Welcome everyone to the Talent League again. Here we're on season 10, the Masters Division, play day 5. Today's the fourth game. This is the fourth game for today. Getting to see Ice Force Esports versus Sokudo, and this proves to be should be a great match. These two teams are near the top of the standings, I believe, third and fourth, and fighting their way here into the top. They've each won 3 games so far in the league. So there's a lot riding on this one, and we get to see what I think is Mr. Glitter's favorite map, Border.
That's right, baby. We take it to the skirmish along the border. I freaking love this map. It is all of the soft breach. It's the long angles set up all the way across the map. We're going to see some aggro play, potentially on some quick plants. Look to maybe see the Mira or the Warden band out. Potentially on the defensive side of it. Might see that Monty taken off the board. There's just so much potential for shenanigans on Border. It is by far and away my favorite map, and I think that this game, with the implications, with the win streak on the line, I think this one's going to be spicy, Mr. Whiskey.
Yeah, we rarely get to see Border in competitive play because it's banned out so frequently, right? We see Clubhouse, we see Oregon a ton, Chalet a ton, but Border not very often. So this is great to be able to see it in play here because it means that these teams didn't want to play Club, they didn't want to play Oregon, they wanted to try something different. So that means something cool coming out, and there's so many different ways to play this map, and the bans completely change how the map gets played. So a lot of potential for seeing some interesting stuff here. And Ice Force and Sokudo, a couple of great teams that are going to make it even more interesting.
Yeah, agreed. Absolutely. Let's look at potentially on those bans. I imagine, as we've seen for most of the evening, I imagine we're probably going to see a Ying ban here. Ying being absolutely devastating for that East push, for that West push, for the quick
Yes.
plant getting into it. So I imagine that that's probably going to be one of the bans that we see taken out. Potentially another Monty ban on the attacking side of it. We have seen Thatcher banned out here as well, especially because that vertical play going to have to want to play those hatches. But I don't know. Who do you think's going first?
I think Ying is the likely one. Although could be something off the wall, but I think you're right. Especially for the East push, she's got a lot of utility there. Lion. Man, I think that's a first for us. I have not seen Lion banned out in nearly the entire season.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen in a game that I've casted a Lion ban. Osa gonna be the next to fall. Of course, she's huge for that push in on East, for that hold on West. So understandable, of course, and that's a set of impact EMPs gone and out of the way. Gonna be the Fenrir sitting into a little bit of a standard bans for the defensive side of it. Look to see potentially that Solus being banned out, as she's just so huge, especially on
Zami.
Oh, that's true. That's true. The Architect could be a huge play here. That real trench warfare mentality. But then again, there it is. It's the Solus.
You called it, brother. Yep.
Absolutely huge. With all of the soft breach available on the floors and the walls, Solus is just too OP with a gadget that can see all the way across the map. The runouts being prevalent and huge, definitely makes sense seeing the Solus band out here. The Lion, I gotta wonder if that's a target ban, right? I have 0 times seen Lion banned out in the competitive casting that I've done. We've seen it in Pro League for sure, and I'm sure you guys have seen it in other T4, T3, and T2 leagues. But me personally, 0 times have I seen a Lion banned out, so it's an interesting call. I wonder if somebody fries on that Lion.
Yeah, a little bit of target banning there from the Ice Force team. They know that Sokudo is, that's their thing. So I guess here it is. We get to see how Ice Force is going to handle their setup and the Mira on main breach. We do see that occasionally, and I think that's interesting. It shows aggression from the defensive side, which great place to start on border is being
10
aggressive for
seconds
the
left.
defense because it's a small map, right? It's tight. It's only 2
5 seconds
floors.
remaining.
It's a big square, so there's just angles all the way across. There's not so many of
Locate and defuse the bomb.
the L-shaped maps that have a lot of area for taking. Here, the defense has got to be a little bit more aggressive in their holds to make sure that the attackers can't gain a lot of map control.
Yeah.
You're great for that.
Agreed. Absolutely agreed. Really trying to set the pace for this attacking team, who, by the way, brought Monty. Let's go. I love some Monty play. Starting to get in on that east stairs right now. Got some, it's the walking drone, right? Providing a ton of intel, showing the head holes, showing that Warden is sitting on the other side, ready to take those engagements should they push in. It's going to be Ayana looking down below. Catch whoever's sitting there ready. It's Koji going to be taking this first battle. Oh, my Lord. Just missing on the shot there. Unfortunate. You can see the nade ring out, but it's not going to be close.
Oh.
That is Koji taking off the board. First kill. His body bounce tips in favor of Sokudo. And that's a huge pick, right? That's a C4 gone. That's that intel play. Gonzo Garbanzo. One goes down, and it's going to be Monty going to be taken off the board, but also a Rooney Gonzo as well. It's the double now ringing out as Alfred's going to find his headpiece missing. Now putting us into a 3v3 with a minute 40 still on the board.
I hope Monty was an important part of this this attacking push because without him there, it is down to. Well, I was about to say Twitch, but let's go with Ayana.
C4 reaching out and touching Twitch. That's it for Twitch, no more. It's going to be a 3v2 with a minute 17 left on the board. Look for the swing. Oh, and Legion does get it. It's going to be traded around as Ayana does find a kill onto Icokes. Now taking us into a 2v1. Still got a C4 on the board. Still got to deal with those absolutely devastating Mira setup. And it's a low health scenario.
Yeah, and that Twitch drone got ripped off the board, unfortunately, before it was able to open up those. And there's the Legion mine.
Bomb has been located.
That's it. Good night. Oh, gonna be able to pull it out. Okay. I was gonna say, that you need to pull that out because the new rework on Legion just making it absolutely devastating with that health drop.
Good play by Warden there, pausing and holding and waiting for Ayana to pull it out, listening for the sound cue because Ayana was ready, knew that Warden was sitting in the corner there, but by pausing, being patient, was able to wait until she was in the animation for pulling the Legion goo out, and great play to win that one.
Exactly. Yep. That's a defensive win here on border. We do call it defensive sided. We have seen some really aggressive attackers that have put that, I don't know what we call that, the flow of the map in their favor. But generally considered a defensive sided map, and defense going to clinch up round number 1. With Ying not being banned, she's going to be utilized. Evan on the 6 pick. Pandelas could be potentially huge. We do have Koji that is sitting on that Warden, pre-rework Warden. So he's still going to have a bit of that speed, a little less of that armor.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Definitely a lot. I mean, 4 C4s, man. They're bringing out the explosive utility here and playing upstairs, right? Ton of vertical presence from the defending team. Basically holding the upstairs like it was an upstairs site. I mean, here you got Mira got herself set up in the office to be able to hold armory there.
Indeed. On the attacking side of it, let's talk about it. We had a slew of 6 picks ring out. Alfred going to put themselves onto that entry with Ash. Dokkaebi on board, not banned out yet again, so that means that the phone calls are going to be on to suss out where the heck these roamers lie. If she gets a kill, she's going to take those cams. Oh, no,
wow.
You didn't. Wow, what a shot by Ayana, but it's going to be the trade that rings out. Coke's going to find the dome piece. Koji going to find a C4, and another goes down in 90 Hall. And quickly, Ice Force going up in the body balance by a huge margin, putting us into that 4v2. Still got intel on the board, even though that Mozzie's gone, and a BP at a Legion, so they're going to know exactly what's going on. Oh, no. No, you didn't. That's tough. The DMR
wow, Mira had no clue.
You're going to get...
Cloudy was having a cloudy brain day.
Been there. Preach on. Just missing the shots onto the feet as Cokes is able to escape with their life. It's a 3v2 in the favor of the defense here.
Jed, you did call out Ying being an important member of the attacking team here as we go into border, but unfortunately Evan not getting a chance to use any of those Candelas before being taken out.
Yep. And that's a great play on the side of the defense. You can't be dealing with those Candelas, especially because only one of your members is the potential person who's going to stop that, the Warden. Got to keep Koji alive at all costs. And there's going to be that last little phone ring, sussing out where these roamers are lying out. It's going to be Chick on the rotate, taking the scenic route.
The attacking team slowing down a bit here, and again, trying to get some more intel before they make the push in. Alfred is ready and waiting for the drop into bathroom, has got the diffuser. The Chicken has got to get some of this utility and some players here cleared out before Alfred can make the drop. And
oh my god.
Is that a triple?
That sounded like a triple
Legion.
And look at the damage that did. That stackable Legion coup just being huge. Plant starting to go down now. The cross was set up. Oh, jeez.
It looked like Dokubi was lagging there for a second. It looked like her avatar was moving, but not actually moving.
10 seconds to go.
That's rough. 10 seconds on the board. C4 primed and ready. Not going to be pushing in through that window. It's going to be a too little too late here for the attacking team, as Ice Force going to find themselves round number 2.
Operators, you are out of time.
Just pausing, let it play out, maybe talk about it. Hopefully that wasn't Dokubi having an issue with the internet there. I could have sworn I saw her do a stutter step.
That's the deal, right? It wouldn't be live Siege without some sort of technical issue. We've kind of made it through the day without it so far, so let's go.
You know, one of the things that we have not talked about it, but I think one of the other things that was in the patch notes was the fact that Senz's gun was getting a buff, and you know, a little less recoil. It was one of the complaints because yeah, it's an AR, it's a low damage AR, but it's got a high magazine, high fire rate. So that gun was supposed to bring a lot more utility. Plus, he brings the DMR if you need it. But I think with the nerf to Warden and slowing him down, plus that the buff to Senz's gun, we may see Senz played more often, which I think again Ubi was trying to bring with a little less roaming utility from Warden. The Senz gadget becomes more valuable.
That's true. Well, and makes it a little more devastating, right? With Warden's rework, one thing that you can guarantee is that his roaming capabilities are just about going to be over. Yes, we're still going to see people roaming with the 3-speed. We've seen it before, but it is not the ideal situation. So with Senz getting the buff and being more prevalent, if Warden's left on the board, he's able to see through those walls. Could be huge. I hope to see some more Senz play. I think it's an absolutely underrated operator for sure.
Ooh, just missing the drone there barely. We got the super shoddy. That was another rework there for
Legion. Little late round Mira placement. They do have
figured out where the push was coming in and making the adaptation. Good call on the defensive side. Hopefully it works out.
Legion holding the long angle, does get a little bit of damage onto Ayana. No joy on the grenade throw, unfortunate for them. It's going to be moving out of customs as he does get droned out. Try to reposition, get themselves ready for another fight.
Alfred taking another Legion, my man. Across his operators, I think he's hit about 6 of those so far.
That's a guarantee. If the Legion's down, I'm going to find him. It's going to be Killy finding the first head. Taking Ayana off the board. Nade's already spent, so Not going to be a huge loss there, except for in the body balance.
That was the battle that was happening downstairs in the detention customs area.
Nade rings out. Not going to be anybody sitting there. It's going to be Keely finding a headshot onto Alfred now as we find ourselves into a 5v3 scenario, all resting on the shoulders of the Ace, the Nook, and the Nomad. Nomad getting some air jabs up. Oh! Siege timing there is not able to capitalize on the kill. Coke's going to find the head of the Nook, now taking us into a 5v2, and the defense looking to put themselves together a flawless round, except for it's not going to happen as Orcs gets ripped off the board, now put into a 4v1. C4 rings out, not going to claim anything, just shy of ending that round, but it's going to have to take this shot, right? I was going to say it's the swing from both directions, but only needed one.
Yep. Only needed Mute to be able to make that swing. SMG-11 rings out. Nice shot, Mute.
That's 3-0 in favor of Ice Force.
This was Sokudo's map pick, right? They were the last team to choose during the map ban phase. They got themselves down to Sky and Border, so they had to choose between Sky and Border for this map, and made the choice to bring Ice Force to Border, and that's looking a little bit like a questionable call. Maybe Ice Force was better, but taking the first 3 in a row is really putting the pressure on Sokudo here. They've got to find at least 1, hopefully 2 attacking wins to at least, keep Ice Force in check where they don't start getting crazy and playing really aggressively.
Yeah. We on a defensive side of map, 3 in a row, not unheard of. I would like to see if Sokudo doesn't get this next round in their favor. I would like to see a timeout being utilized. We don't get to see it a lot in the T4, T3 scene, but it's used just the same as you'd see it in any other sport. It's used to sit and talk about your gameplay, talk about what the enemy's bringing to the table, and do a little bit of ice out, right? Trying to slow down that momentum of the team that's put themselves up so far in that numbers advantage. 3-0 in the hands of Ice Force.
It's our third cast of game here today, and so far not seen a timeout yet.
Ooh, look at this. Koji under the window. Oh no!
Misdroned!
Oh no!
Misdroned! Oh no! Valky didn't know.
They had no clue. That could have been absolutely huge. What a crazy miss on the drone. That was crazy. That was wild.
I absolutely love the Cloud9 skin on Valk. Just a side note, I love that one. But man, what an unfortunate turn of events that was. Valk had such a great spot there.
In the game of Intel and Inches, they have really brought a ton to the table. 2 BPs and Valkyrie on the board. Really trying to capitalize on knowing exactly where this attacking team is at. Start to get some vertical control here. Oh no, we're up on 2F. So, I mean, just get some control in general. Trying to find some real estate.
And unfortunate for Brava there, they were shooting some of the Valk cams. I don't know that she's had an opportunity yet to use her utility stealing some of those. The stealing of the Valk cams is such a great way to deal with the defense.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll talk about that. It's that same freaking C4 sends it. Does not find one there on the corner. Going to try to hold the angle now. Wait for the split.
So
Gonna do it on the gunshot instead. Keely finding the head of Evan. Got a second one in place, ready to take that, but not gonna find anything just yet. Oh my lord! Inside of security, the gunfights are ringing out. It does get traded as Evan does get taken off the board, and Payne as well. Now putting us into a 4v4. 59 seconds left. We're starting to get a little bit favored in the defense yet again here. Gonna have to see something in the line of a quick bit of execution here on the side of the attackers.
Looks like Bravo might have been able to grab the Aruni gate on the east stairs if they were looking for an east push, and getting rid of Warden. Great place to start. Oh no, the jump in. What a great hold from below by Valkyrie. Koji, nice play.
Yeah, this is practice plays outside of or inside of this defense here. They're falling onto some wonderful refrags, and now in the 3v2 situation, it's 20 seconds left on the board. You can see a little bit of protect the president action as the swing onto chassis just is going to whiff. Coke's finding the headshot of Alfred, now taking us into a 3v1. Elysian Trap going to slow him down, and the Vector going to end it dramatically. That's a 4-0 in favor of the defense. What do we do, Mr. Whiskey? What is Sudoku or Sokudo? Gosh, help me.
Sokudo?
Thank you. What does Sokudo do here to get themselves onto the board?
Well, I think they've got to get themselves some more intel. We've seen them drone, but it doesn't seem like, we saw the miss drone early in the round. I think we got to see them play a bit more intel, not just droning, but bring out some extra utility. They brought out the Brava, but she didn't look like she was, being able to take control of some of the defenders' gadgets, which really would have been the next step up. I like the choice on IQ, and Alfred bringing the Flores to also, I think, another good change out and bringing some more of that drone utility. But I don't know. I'd like to see him even more. Okay. Chicken, maybe you're listening, man. Also great. The sussing out the roam game, bringing the Dokkaebi, the ability to steal the defender cams. Those are some good
Attackers have
changes.
located a bomb.
Yeah, I'd
10
agree.
seconds to go.
1, 2, 3, 4 C4s on the board.
5 seconds to go.
Could be pretty devastating as we head back to that bathroom. Teller's hold here.
Well, the defending team, they can afford to be more cautious. When they get on their attacking half, if they're up by a significant margin, they're going to be able to play much more aggressively. If they're able to just take it easy at this point. Let's hope that we see the attacking team here really lean in on the util side and try and suss out exactly where the defenders are. Bring in the walking drone as well. Okay. Boy, they took it to heart, and they can't even hear us.
Yeah. They said, okay. And with the body bounce, they do find themselves one already. Monty going to start to pick up on some of those goos. They did have the body bounce tipped in their favor. This is a great way to start for their potential first round on the board. 2 would be ideal, of course. Oh no. Siege timing there. Iona getting taken off the board. She goes for the nade. 2 minutes still left on the board, and that's going to be Alfred, the next to fall. Body bounce tipped back in favor of Ice Force here.
Oh.
Ooh!
Oh, there you go.
F2 on the headshot. That's a good night. Okay,
Oh.
okay, and now Sokudo now puts themselves up in the body bounce. They are going to get those cams as well, so a little bit of intel to help suss out where these last 2 defenders are lying in wait. It's going to be Warden down but not out. Oh, what? Oh, my lord.
The shield down? No. Oh, all right, all down to Legion, and he is going to get sussed out here by the... Oh, no. Oh, no.
It's a classic 1v1 scenario. It's all on the shoulders of Monty, who has to get the plant down. All Legion has to do is wait it out. And here we go. Starts to get at 50. Takes it to 75. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Off the plant. Oh, my lord. Got off the plant. Oh, Monty! Evan on 5 HP in a dream, and that Monty lives. That dream is the pistol pops over near that, that window on the rotate. Huge play.
Pistol pop in to take their first attacking win. Sokudo finally finding one.
Now, so let's talk about that standard split, right? Ice Force had a dramatic showing, went up 4. But with this first win, I mean, like, the scoreboard doesn't really say how this game has been going. I mean, that's a standard split area. If Sokudo finds or they did find, not if, they found their first one. So they're feeling good about that going into the defensive. Border is incredibly defensive sided. If they're able to secure a second one and hit quota, then this could be a really interesting game going forward, unless Ice Force is going to be able to maintain that same aggression on the attacking side.
Yeah, we've seen Ice Force play. This is the former Team Alpha for some of the viewers that have been watching Ice Force for a while. And they are a great team. Again, they've won 3. They only lost 1 in OT, whereas Sokudo had won 3 and lost 1. So slight edge to Ice Force. And again, sitting in second place in the standings. So they are, right now
Commander's
at least,
objective is to
statistically the
defuse the
better
bomb.
team. But like you said, Sokodu just stopped the momentum there, breaking the 4 in a row that the Ice Force had gained. So we've got a bit of, hopefully a bit of a swing here on their side.
I'm going to opt for the Monty again and that Brava to take care of some of that util, especially those Banshees, potentially those Valk cams. I love when a Banshee gets taken by a Brava because late round you don't know a Banshee's taken. It's a sound cue, it's a stopper, it's all kinds of fun shenanigans. Oh.
Oh, there it was. Grabbed it, but unfortunately being watched.
Yep, and that will do it. All right, Monty's starting to push in up top here. Grenade is going to come out as they're going to try and chase him off the... Oh, Alfred, what a kill. Now taking body bounce tipped in favor of Sokudo again. Sitting in a 5v4. Look at that Valk.
Where was that cam at?
That was in security. You have to do it from down below in detention. Oh, a missed opportunity with the C4 there, unfortunately. Not able to capitalize. A little bit of damage onto Monty, but not quite thrown in the right direction. But there's still 2 more to give it a shot with. That's going to be Malusi the next to fall, and another. Cloudy gets taken off the board. Plant's going to start going down.
Triple kill from Alfred.
Yowza. That's going to be Monty sticking the plant, and we are now in a 1v5 scenario. All on the shoulders of Bandit, who does find one. Getting him a little bit closer in the body bounce. Going to have to ace to clutch it, and one of those ace players is going to have to be Monty. Not a situation that you want to find yourself in here. Talk about it. Got to have 7 seconds on the clock to get that diffuse going. A little under 20 seconds left for him to make a move.
It's just not a... He's trying to find a vertical angle here, but there's not much there to work with. Looks like... I was going to say, it looks like they're just taking a bit of a break. And, yep, going to hold.
All right. You wanted pressure? We brought Monty. Boy, that is a way to do it, right? The pressure king. Oh, man. Border. Has it lived up to everything that we'd hoped it would be? Yes. Yes, it has.
The defensive sided, the long angles, the great, and completely changing the attacking lineup multiple times, seeing different players, seeing different angles. We're not really seeing the same kind of push any round. It wasn't working at the beginning, for sure. Sokudo has adapted a bit to the Ice Force gameplay, and winning 2 there in a row. Now the side swap.
That's right. Puts them into something very similar to what we talk about pretty regularly, right? That standard split 4-2. Able to find themselves 2, putting themselves on defense. I don't know if I'm Sokudo, I'm feeling pretty good about that.
The question is whether or not Ice Force has got some level of aggressive attacking strategy that they're going to use here on Border, because there's, again, so many possibilities. We saw some interesting bans come out, right? Lion. Okay, he from a roam clear perspective, from his ability to detect the defenders, pretty huge, but still an interesting one that just leaves a lot of the attackers we would normally see banned. Dokubi Ying available, so hopefully that was the right call. It seems like an interesting one.
Here's a fingers crossed for a potential quick plant, right? Whether it works or not, I love to see them when they get set up. and you see it on that east push quite a bit. But the problem is, of course, with Warden, going to make that a little bit tougher, even if you've got the Ying on the board, even if you've got all those smokes and all of those flashes. So I don't know. I'm really looking forward to see how this role swap's going to be if Ice Force can maintain that same level of aggression. If they can, It's going to be over quick. Honestly, if they cannot, we're headed to OT. That's my guess.
Yeah, and Ice Force, again, we talked about it. They have not lost in regulation yet. They've got a single OT loss. So this is a team that doesn't know how to lose yet. Sokudo going to try and maybe change the storyline there a bit, but they're going to have to push from an intel perspective. They played, changed that up in the last 2 rounds, and I think it made a big difference. We'll see how Ice Force is going to handle their attacking side. Aggressive, I'd like it.
Yeah, same. And I'm also curious, are we going to see the Monty being brought back out on the other side of it? That's usually the call, right? If you a little bit of a gentleman's agreement, if a shield is brought on one side, almost guaranteed the other side, when they get to that respective role, is going to say, "Oh yeah, oh you thought so?" Hoping to see a little bit of that Monty play push in with the Osa ban. It makes it a little bit tougher for those long distance push-ins, right? You gotta have to use the Monty, although we didn't see Monty brought in on East or West Valk at all. So
Yeah, they used Monty on the downstairs push for at least one, and in the on the teller's bathroom site. So even not playing what you would normally expect. Again, one of the reasons Border is great because so many different ways to play it.
exactly. Adaptability is the name of the game. Sokudo finds himself 2 on the roll swap, proving that they have got what it takes in this best of 1. We did have a member drop out, so we're kind of just waffling around a little bit, talking about what we got going up. So here's what we're actually going to do while we wait for them to get back in, and I promise it's going to be as soon as I say let's go to break, they're going to be back into it. But I'm going to do it anyway so we can get this game back on the board. Here's some voodoo magic. Sit back, relax, because when we come back, it's going to be the stunning conclusion of Border. Ayo!
Let's go.
What's up and welcome back, fellow Siege spectators and players. Hey, long time no see. Technical break over and done with. I told you, it's a little bit of that voodoo magic, and old whiskey glitter brings some of that to the table. That's what we call a caster curse in the business here. It's 4-2
You
on
caster
the roll
curse.
swap.
You caster curse the technical pause. It's a rare occurrence, but you pulled it off, my guy. Well done.
Let's go. Okay, now we get to see a little bit of what each team is bringing towards the opposite side of the table. You talked about a zombie potentially getting banned out. Well, here's the first time we're going to get to see her utilized, changing the landscape of the game. It is so huge. When a zombie became available as an operator for Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six competitive Siege, effectively changed the game of how Siege was played. Every cheeky-peeky angle you knew, every pre-fire that you took, potentially going to be changed when she's on the board. If Azami or Azame, the architect, is left for more than half of the round, going to be able to utilize all of those Kiba barriers, which you have to blow up or punch to get them gone.
So we talk about having so much soft breach potential here on Border. There's so much of it that's open. Long angles through walls, verticals. Azami is able to cut some of those off and really give the defense a little bit of room to hide, a little bit of room for them to play. And it's kind of surprising we didn't see her play it out. And the other thing that this defensive team is bringing we didn't see a ton of was the mute shotgun, the shotgun meta. We talked about in the last game with Budapest 5 versus Myth about how much that came out.
Whoa.
So,
oh, what
Claymore kill also?
Yeah. So it was the jump out, got the kill, and then died to the Claymore. Huge.
Oh, must have landed in between the lasers.
Laser. That's gonna be the trade out though. Wamai taken off the board, and one of the things about Wamai getting taken off the board so early is he's not gonna be able to bring out any more of those Wamai discs.
Ooh. Yep. Definitely puts them a little bit in danger from the nades, and there's still 4 left on the board.
4 nades, 3 flashes. We did see the Finka being brought out, going to try to get some of that. Wow, that is just knowing the freaking game, man. gonna get some work on to Finka as she's gonna be getting those nades. We're gonna see a little bit of early practice in place here.
holding tight, but
Yeah,
really, look at that angle, like along all the way from outside all the way into sight in the back of Armory.
no kidding. And 43 seconds left. We hit the kill zone, the frag city. That means we're going to be looking for some really quick action to start ringing out. With 30 seconds left, the push coming 4 apiece. This is about to get super freaking spicy. Still got to deal with that Mira. Still got the Warden on the board to deal with the flashes of Finka. Mira, however, going to fall. Evan going to get his headpiece separated from his shoulders. The swing, not going to take anything. Oh, but does on the read. Now, of course, we find ourselves into a 1v3, all resting on the shoulders of a Finka. Does take a little bit of shots here. Dealing with this Mira. Flashes do go out. 7 seconds. It's going to be too little, too late. It's the defense going to find themselves their first win on the back end of the half.
Yep, unfortunately trying to flash Warden. He didn't even need his glasses there, but would have been able to take it no matter what. Yeah, going to change up the game there. The team's playing a little bit of Finka more often to get back used to that Spear 308.
Yep. Which, honestly, I love. I love the gun. I love the Spear. I think it's an absolutely underutilized, undervalued gun because it smacks in the hands of the right person. Damaging.
Oh yeah, back to Bathroom Tellers. One of my favorite sites. I love this one.
Yeah, used to be one of the sites outside of customs that had the lowest win rate as a defensive operator, but has quickly changed. Right, you see everybody playing up top in that vertical hold, making it tough to get inside of those windows, making it tough to beat that extension into workshop. When you're spread out and the refrags are ready, Bathroom Teller. It's a really great site.
10 seconds left.
Let's talk about this defense.
Valkyrie left on the board. Yeah, like you said, this defense, having those operators available. Fenrir is out, but I mean, you don't have Mira here, but Valkyrie Zombie combo, huge for this team. And in the intel game, right, we talked about Sokudo needing more intel in order to potentially put a dent in this Ice Force squad. And looks like it's working, at least a little bit.
Yeah, at least a little bit. On the defense, we've got Slowdown City here as both Azami and Castle are on the board. I love seeing Castle utilized. We can see him on any single freaking map and fitting himself into the meta. It's just great because you get a chance to funnel the attacking team exactly where you want them to go outside of them burning util and taking out those castle barricades, especially with a Monty on the board.
I mean, and look at this too. It's same exact thing. We're seeing the Monty played when the site is Bathroom Tellers. Why is that site the one that ends up getting played? That's crazy.
Woo! Jeez, Killy. The flash, the swing, and the Azami Gonzo. Yeah, Monty being utilized for the top play. Here's the deal. You know you have to push that vertical angle, right? And you know that the crossfires are going to be set up from downtown, long distances away. Monty, great to let you push up without having the danger of getting just smashed. That's going to be Castle taken down now as well. Monty getting the plant going as they have opened up the single wall, putting ourselves into a 5v2. We're now in a post-plant scenario. Ooh, what a shot! Oryx takes out Koji, but is going to pay for it with his life as Keely puts the shots into the body. Valkyrie going to fall right after that to the headshot from Coates.
Yeah, well played from the attacking team. They had that thing set up. The Monty play from the east, from the valley side, pushing down east stairs, walking in through the hole into sight. Quick plant and then able to cover. They did a good job of setting that one up and executing. The key was, though, getting the Azami off the board at the top of east stairs. And the flash from Nomad and the swing was really made that look easy. She could have easily, I mean, almost flashed herself there, but good play by her part to clear Azami to start that attack and execute coming together.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Azami knew that they were so close that a flash could result in the swing and ultimate death. And it worked out in their favor. Ice Force now one away from a match and series point. Sokudo Got to do a little bit of catching up here on the defensive side.
Yeah, Ice Force, one of the best teams here in the EU, playing in the Masters Division Talent League. You do not want to have to send these guys to overtime or fight your way back. But that's what Sokudo is looking like right now. They've got to put themselves
5
together
seconds
here
left.
and hold off. It's a defensive-sided map, guys. It's time to
Attackers
put
are
the
moving
utility
to
to
defuse the
work
bomb.
and hold them off.
And that's right, baby, because we want the 1v1 in double overtime to settle who is the best of the best here on this play day. Ice Force going to bring that Monty back out. A little bit of ace for that breach. Ayana bringing out the nades. Nomad for that flank. And, of course, IQ, huge for sussing out where those gadgets and utility is at.
Ooh, they got the tension open, but it's a hotly contested location, both up and down.
No kidding. It did get a shot potentially on whoever was holding up top, but not enough to do, not in a good enough time to end the life of the Holden security. Gonna be Legion, Holden and waiting on that detention door, and they are mounting up to take this fight on a 2v1 basis. Oh, wow. Just freaking wow. What?
The ping came out. They knew Legion was there. Ayana swung. Unfortunate because Legion was just faster. Even with the intel, was able to win that 1v.
No kidding. It's going to be Orcs trying to deal with the Monty as the push-in starts to collapse towards custom area. Gotta flush this Legion out. Gotta flush this Orcs out. They want some potential to push into sight.
Oh, if Monty turns his back or he tries to walk in sight door, this could be so huge for Oryx.
Now the
No, he's going to swing.
Oh. Now taking us into a 3v2. It's all resting on the shoulders of Alfred and Evan. Not going to capitalize on those impacts.
I was going to say they've got this vertical angle from the rappel, but Azami coming in, changing the landscape of the game. She doesn't have any in her pocket now, so not going to be able to block that angle one more time.
Yeah. 50 seconds left on the board. 3v2. Beepers going off. The vibe alarms. Ready for the swing on the window. Gonna find it from
no
downtown.
Way. They knew he was up there. The angle, the Oryx holding the angle, so unfortunate.
Oh, what a shot by Evan. Plant is going to go down now as the smokes are ringing out. The cross is set up. Coke's going to rip Evan's head off in response, and that puts us on a match point scenario.
Oh, man.
Boy, what a shot through that smoke. That's these guys just know those angles, right? That was such a heads up play. Yes, the smoke goes down. You know there's going to be a cross set up. Just taking the shots blind and coming up huge. Unfortunately, getting ripped down in the process. It's tough in a 3v1, especially with a Monty on the board.
Well, Ice Force has done it. They have at the very least, forced OT, so they are going to keep their undefeated in regulation stat intact. The best that Sokudo can do right now is force an OT and then take a win, but that's gonna require them to win 5. They gotta win another 3 to take Ice Force to OT and then win 2 more. So that's they're 3 already to put themselves in a really tough position here with Ice Force reaching match point first.
Look at that beautiful free cam use. I freaking love it. Okay, Whiskey. Ice Force trying to put this one away. Sokudo has to be perfect for 3 to have a shot at bringing this one back. Ooh, it's dicey. It's tough. On the side of the defense, who are we bringing out? We're going to be seeing that Mira utilized again and Valkyrie to help support that with the intel. A little bit of anti-intel with Mozzie on the board, which is huge, right? Got to get rid of all that drone play, all that intel that's helping this attacking team out so much. Frost going to be on the board, of course, stopping those window jump-ins and every single... Just misses out. Oh my lord, C4 off is cheeky around the corner. Up top, gonna find a kill. Let's look for the swing. Oh, got him! What a shot
no.
as Valkyrie gets taken off the board. It's a huge pick. C4 not able to come up with anything, and now body bounce tipped in favor of Ice Force here, 5-4.
Oh, we're not even going to get to see Sokudo play Goyo because, man, did I want to make a melted joke. This could be it.
Still winnable, of course, for the defense. Down in the body count, but time starts to tick away as we get to 1:40 left on the board. You know the swing's coming. He is ready to take that shot, doesn't find anything, and is going to pay the price for it. Alfred getting ripped off the board from behind. Oh, no! Oh, jeez. So close.
Unfortunate. Had the angle, but unfortunately had the nade pulled when the opportunity presented itself. Oh, going to look back on that missed opportunity.
Agreed. Okay, Whiskey in a 5v2. 1:13 left on the board. Gonna start swinging from behind. 5v1. It's all on the shoulders of Mute, who does find one, who finds two, has to ace it to keep themselves alive and in this game. C4 gonna ring out, but it's gonna be too little, too late. L85 claiming the live. And that's gonna be Ice Force taking that dub. Oh my lord, it was beautiful. It was a masterclass on Border. What you say, Whiskey?
Oh man, Ice Force showing why they were in second place here in the Masters division, potentially putting themselves in first, winning 4. They let the Sokudo grab 3 before they were able to finish it off with the final 3. And crazy enough, we saw these teams go 7-5, 7-4, and then 7-3 to finish it off. The winning team got more efficient by rounds every game we got to watch today.
Yeah, a little bit of Siege poetry in motion there. You love to see it. It's art, huh? Well, man, absolutely great play day. We saw a little bit of everything. Didn't get to see that quick execute that I was wanting so bad on any of the maps, but it didn't diminish from the gameplay that we watched. It was an absolute masterclass on Border. And man, I'll tell you what, it was a beautiful day for Siege.
Yeah, getting to see Border, it was fantastic. Love that map, the angles, the different play styles. I would not have picked Monty to push down at Bathroom Tellers, but we saw them win that twice. Each team won that. So maybe new rank strat right there, because interesting to see it happen and great play on both sides. Sokudo put up a good fight here, but Ice Force showing why they definitely belong in that top spot. So the Masters division, we're getting close to the playoffs, I think.
That's right. We're getting close to the team to claim it all. The face check for all the glory, all the money. It's on the road to the playoffs, baby, and we are getting there. It's it, man. We did it. We only got to cast 3 of the 4 games, but it is over, and I wanted more Siege. Tell you what, hey,
more.
Yeah, if you liked us, we are the Whiskey Boys. We are part of the Siege Double Shot. You can check us out on our socials. Hit us up on Twitter. We love to talk Siege. And that's it for Siege in the Day here in the Talent League, folks. It's over. Goodbye, Gonzo. Sayonara. See you later. The jukebox is starting to sing closing time, and the lights have dimmed, my friends. As always, you don't have to go home.
But you can't stay here.
Heyo.
Let's go.